Oh my goodness. Battle Cat, you a fool for this one. Welcome to the foundation. It is yours truly, the incredible DJ Battle in the building. Hey, it feels good to be back. And hey, let's jump straight to it. Disclaimer time, basically letting you guys know that, hey, the king is back. And yay, I'm just going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. You know, I don't want no problems, no issues, none of the above. And it's all because it's for entertainment purposes only. So, well, it feels good to be back in the building. Hey, it's been a hiatus for a hot second, you know, with the snowstorm of biblical proportions over the last, few days. But to be honest with you, it's not as bad as it looked. At least here we got a little bit of ice, a little bit of mixture. But some places did get hammered and some places are still out of power. So definitely praying for those folks. Man, I just just hope that people learn to prepare for these things, whether you hit hard or light, and you don't get caught, doing things like bringing an indoor grill or propane tank in the house and trying to run a barbecue grill in the house like some people try. But definitely praying for everyone to, to be safe. So I don't know. This storm comes across as kind of weird, but it's hey, especially the whole country. Have folks out there emptying store shelves, buying generators, and things of that nature. But believe it or not, we got to stare down another storm down here this coming weekend. So we definitely going to prepare for that. Definitely got the food, everything that's necessary. Whatever happens, let it happen. Let Mother Nature do what it's going to do, because Lord knows we need the water. What's been going on? What's been going on in this short period of time? You already know. Out there in Minnesota and Minneapolis, man, another shooting, another tragic killing. And thank God for cameras, because if we didn't have the footage or, of what happened, and only the word of the authorities or the ICE agents in this scenario, then the only thing we would have had at our fingertips is a man showed up with a gun and was threatening to kill ICE agents and disrupt and cause terrorism, right? So we see the pictures right here, the evidence, and no, what looked like to y'all? It looked like to me he was holding the camera. I mean, I've seen the whole footage, and of course I'm not gonna run it because it's very disturbing. Man was pretty much recording, and the ICE agents ain't having it now. They see you recording now, they likely to walk up on you, smack your phone out your hand or camera or whatever, and threaten to arrest you. But we all saw what happened with the scuffle ensued, and if you slow it down frame by frame, you can see the actual one of the agents had a gun to his head, and why they saw that he had a gun on his waist area, but he carried it legal. So it's a Second Amendment right. So there's no rule that says you can't go to a protest peacefully and not be able to use your Second Amendment right, which is the right to bear arms. So dude definitely wasn't threatening on the video, and the ICE agents went extra aggressive. And of course the gun came out, meaning by them tussling with him, of course it's going to happen. I mean, and they just got trigger happy, and you saw the rest. Very disturbing. No one should have to go through unnecessary, and they still try to run with the narrative of this guy was here to cause trouble and be aggressive and take out some agents. Come on, man, ain't nobody crazy like that. And then you look into his background of him being working in the medical profession and having very clean cut background, and to most people he was a pillar of the community, and was only, like I said, only there to witness and capture the moment on his phone. And the sad part is, man, we try to tell folks, you got some of these things, you just have to have a better strategy. I don't think marching and protesting is going to be the answer. If anything, is going to give the head man in charge, he's going to basically cause enough chaos, and everyone's feeding into it, as you can see. with the ICE agents and people rising up and having these couples and confrontations and going door to door that cause more grief and confrontations and apprehend people. And it's to the point there where the unrest and the crowds are swelling and swelling. You playing right into the president's plan, which is to bring the Insurrection Act of 1807, especially being that this is a midterm year. Hey, what great timing it would be for him to bring in this act and bring all those foot soldiers here to basically bring everything to a screeching halt as far as voting, because once you get this act in, he can put elections on hold. And it's not like people talk about, well, he's going to have a negative approval rate. Let's talk about that. This whole approval rate and what that means. Look how much, I don't even have to tell you how much his kids have profited from him being in the office. You can look that up for yourself. So if all your kids have, these big bank accounts and astronomical figures, you really think he care about what approval rating he's getting when he's setting up generational wealth for each one of his children? I doubt it. Yeah, it's just sad though that this man had to lose his life being out there trying to film the moment. He saw somebody wrongfully treated, and like any natural human being, you try to protect the vulnerable. So, and he paid the price with his life. It's just sad. It really is. And now they're trying to say that the ICE agents that pulled the trigger, they're now on administrative leave. What does that mean? Vacation? Because remember, when that long ago, they said that they had total immunity to do what they need to do. I look at it as just lip service to get people to be quiet and think that they're being punished. They're not. They're basically probably getting rewarded right now as we speak. Probably getting the royal treatment. But like anything else, they'll hope that there's enough distractions that people will forget that they were on administrative leave to begin with. So I won't expect too much to come out of that. And then it spills over to IIhan Omar's town hall meeting that she had for constituents. Everyone by now, I'm pretty sure, saw how dangerous this ordeal became when there was a man who jumped up, who was near the second row, went to the front and squirted her with some syringe he had. And they couldn't determine what the substance was, but it could have been something biological. Could have been some type of virus. It could have been, some chemical. Who knows? Who knows? But you gotta get Omar her props, because she had her dukes up ready to scrap. She's ready to duke it in. But this is scary. It really is, because this guy, they could easily had a Glock on him or a little pistol or something on him. He could have easily got that close and just taking her out. And you would think that the president would have toned it down when they questioned him if he was aware of what happened. And he was pretty much, he said he didn't see the tape, but he assumed, he doubled down and assumed that, hey, she probably squirted herself. And then I'm like, oh God, that was an opportunity for cooler heads to prevail, or he can, tone it down. And he just turned the heat up. Like Busta Rhymes said, turn it up. He just turned the heat up. Definitely sets a tone where something like this can happen again and can have much worse results. But like I said, we don't know what was in that syringe. We just don't. The people said that it was, whatever it was rancid. It just stunk. So who knows what it was? It could have been urine. It could have been anything, man. So people really need to be vetted to go to these type of meetings. I know it's open to the public, but the way the temperature is now, y'all might want to have folks have damn near a background check or something. But we know there's always a way a person can slip through if they can live a clean life and wait for this moment like a sleeper cell, and wait for this moment to come up and then, perform their duty or their mission to harm someone. So yeah, man, that's definitely an unfortunate situation. Definitely going to keep our eye on that and see what the result will be. Hopefully this guy be dealt some serious time and a um some serious punishment. And they just go to show you that these insane asylums and mental health facilities that been shut down definitely needs to be opened back up. Some of these folks just don't need to be roaming the streets, and that's you can see clearly that's obvious, right? Let's move on. Now, seems like the stage is set for the Super Bowl. Everyone's, getting ready for the festivities. We got another week and some change for the build up. And it's a lot of controversy with this one, because we know that the Super Bowl has always built those great, wonderful moments or impactful moments, especially like the one from last year with Kendrick Lamar, which in my opinion, was probably one of the most impactful halftime shows ever. But that's just my opinion. The numbers definitely don't lie. But now the Super Bowl has, they're going a different direction. This year, the Super Bowl decides to bring Bad Bunny. Now, of course, here in the States, I would probably say a good 70% of people was like, who? Who the hell is a Bad Bunny? Because, this is the Super Bowl. It's the biggest stage, and as far as football goes, this is like our biggest stage for that sport. And when most people think of the Super Bowl, the first thing they think of is, hey, high testosterone and toxic masculinity almost. So that's the representation of the sport. It's a gladiator sport. So of course the show has to pretty much complement it. Well, I don't know. Folks started digging into the background of Bad Bunny. Of course, as a DJ, I knew who he was because I've heard him with songs with Cardi B and some other songs that he have out. Outside the United States, he is pretty huge. But I think the controversy that regards around him is what is he going to bring? Because it's always going to be something controversial or something, I don't know, gaslighting or some type of presence that always takes place in the Super Bowl halftime show. Whether it was Janet Jackson and showing off her breasts and Kendrick Lamar's controversial show to most people. But one thing that I've always talked about as far as TV programming, and that's on anything, is that I would like to know what the hell am I about to watch, and more importantly, what am I going to expose my kids to? What are you going to blindside us with? Give me a heads up so I can know, whether the turn it up or turn it off maybe for a minute. And the big controversy is they kind of leaked it out. They said, yeah, he's going to wear a dress. I'm like, okay, like I said, this is a gladiator sport, and I'm trying to figure where would this fit in with this, with the gladiator sport. So I don't know. I guess it's a good thing for DJs like myself because one thing's for sure, people love to be entertained for halftime, but they want to also have a certain level of entertainment to where everyone's having a good time and enjoying themselves. So I figured that's why, as a DJ, the phone lines has been blowing up, and I'm sure a lot of other DJs' phone lines been blowing up. It's a good opportunity to entertain folks doing it not only before the game, halftime show, after the game. So I don't know. I think it's been causing a lot of controversy, knowing that there's a possibility that Bad Bunny could be performing in a dress at some point during the halftime show. So you just keep that in mind, as you tune in, that this is possible. So if you're ready for your crew to watch it or your young ones to watch it and enjoy it, hey, have at it. I know I'm going to be rocking the house. We're going to have a good time. I don't think we care much for it. That ain't, that's not our cup of tea. We're going to do what entertains us, and we're going to play some good music. Get back to having some good fun. Now that we got that out the way, I hope everyone enjoyed that Super Bowl. But we got one more serious topic we need to talk about. Now, there was a situation in Fullerton, California, where there was a vehicle that turned the corner and the door kind of opened up and a 19-month-old child fell out of a vehicle while turning. So I had to take a double take, and I was like, man, I know I didn't see what I thought I saw. You see that circle right there, right? Yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was a 19-month-old baby falling out of a moving vehicle. So I got some questions about this. Oh my goodness. Whew. First of all, why would the child need to be in the front passenger seat to begin with? That's deadly by itself. With or without a car seat, that's deadly for obvious reasons. If someone hit the vehicle, the airbag can deploy and injure the child, maybe even kill the child. But for the child to just fall out, that means that one, the child didn't have a seatbelt on, or if he did, they could easily fall out because it's not an adult seatbelt. So the child could have easily fell out and on a turn. But was the door open? Did the doors unlocked? Obviously it was. You didn't have no child lock on the vehicle, and if you did have one, you didn't have it engaged. And be thankful for the vehicle that pulled in front of it was able to stop in time, because that child's life could have ended easily. Could easily ran that child over. But of course, you see the mother comes out. Her name is Jacqueline Marie Hernandez. She comes out, pick the baby up real quickly, and takes it back in the car. So in my mind, I'm like, man, what the hell is wrong with people? Everybody, man, don't need no children. And you can see that's obvious. I don't know what the hell she was thinking. Even put that child in that situation. That child need to be in the back seat with the proper child seat in the vehicle, strapped up. And I don't care how much the child cry or don't like it, get used to it. This is what you're going to be in until you're the proper age. Now, this is, like I said, this is a painful lesson for her because she did get arrested. They did find her and they did arrest her, for child endangerment and other charges. Biggest blessing for her is that the child is still alive. People like that, you got to take, I don't know, they need to honestly consider taking that child away from her. That's somebody else having custody of the child. Whew, boy, I tell you, boy. I know you guys got some thoughts. Definitely would love to hear your comments. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the week. Like I said, we got snow coming across the country. Prepare for it. Whether it's a little or a lot, it's better to be prepared than to be sorry. So yeah, definitely want to hear you guys' comments. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe. Definitely love to hear from you. And if you want to contribute, you can. $ DJ Battle 313, the Cash App. And but anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening. And look forward to getting back with you guys next week.